Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel today. Hope that you are having a magnificent day. And with all, as I start all my videos off today, and not just today, but all my videos start this way, let's get into my positive thought. Keep going. Keep going. Even when you feel there are days when you just want to give up, keep going. Because the more effort and time that you give yourself in preparing for what you're working towards, you're going to look back and say, I really did it. I made it. I made it to that finish line. I made it to that goal. I made it to that dream. I made it to that inspiration. Because oftentimes those are little things that will come into your life that would throw you off your track. And you must see that whatever that situation, that person, that occurrence that is coming into your life, understand what it means. Why now? And try not to let it become a distraction. Address it. Or dismiss it, depends on the level of importance it has for you. But keep going. The more we work towards things, we manifest, we grow, we produce, we prosper, we overcome. And the more that you see in yourself that you are able and you are worthy, that you are able to overcome anything for the rest of your life. All it takes is knowing that you have done it once. So if you have been able to do it before, you can do it again. So don't stop. Rise up from whatever it is that makes you feel frustrated towards it, that makes you want to lose interest in it. And it's okay to change and develop new interests, because we all continue to evolve and mature and become, different people. Every second of the day we're growing. If you're not growing, then you need to consider and reevaluate your life and where you are today, and find new things in your life to put in place to allow you growth. But keep going. Look at every single day when you awake as your blessing to do something new or to continue to work on something you're working towards. And be happy. Be joyful. Embrace what that means for you and let that empower you. And with this positive note, I conclude. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to that. But today, I want to create a makeup tutorial, and I'm going to continue to make these makeup tutorials because when I was doing my last tutorial of this palette, I thought about how useful it would be to someone who may be new to using bigger palettes and you may not know where to start, how to begin, to get eye inspirations or to create looks, because you look at a palette, it's filled with so many colors and you just ask yourself, where do I start? How do I get there to start a makeup look? And most of the time when people are a beginner in makeup, they will create more single eyeshadow looks, and I do think single eyeshadows are coming back. You see them in fashion, you see it on the runway, these very simple eyeshadow pastel colors or whatever the color that the makeup artist may be inspiring to create for that fashion designer. You see it, it's in the magazine, it's on billboards, anywhere that you go that you see fashion and makeup, you're starting to see that. But I wanted to create a look using 3 colors. So this is going to be a trio eye look, And I think trios are a good set number. Technically, you only need 2 colors. You could do it all over the eyelid color with a outer crease shade, or you could just do a single eye color, put on some mascara and go. Depends on your preference, your style, and what you're hoping to achieve with your makeup look. So I'm going to use 3 colors, and this is how you can tell if a makeup brand has executed their palette theme very closely and very good, because when you look at the colors in the palette, you will be able to see an outer crease, an eyelid shade, and maybe a brow bone shade, or a lid shade, outer crease, in transition. You will see those 3 colors, and usually they will look uniformly very good together. That's how you know a palette has executed a good layout, their color theme, especially in bigger palettes. You want to make sure that is important, because the customer wants to be able to see that they can create looks based on that palette. So I'm going to be using my NYX Swear By It palette. This palette has 40 shades, so there is a lot to choose from. You know, I don't want my ring lights to be showing, but there's a lot of colors to play. So I'm going to tell you what colors as soon as I prime my eyelid. So I'm going to prime my eyelid with the CoverGirl Lid Lock Up eyeshadow primer. And again, I really enjoy this primer. I'm just going to dot it on both these eyes, and then I'm going to come back and I use my fingers to blend in the color on my eyelid, so it really absorbs into the skin and gives a nice base for your shadows to hug and stay put. And it is a lid. When it says lid lock up, it is a lid lock up base. Wherever you put your colors, it's gonna stay. And then we're gonna go over here and blend. So I get inspirations when I look at palettes, especially bigger palettes. I like to look at the layout of the palettes to see if the brand executed it very well, and that it can be used to create simple eye looks. Nothing too dramatic, just really simple eye looks. And I'm priming my under eye area because I want it to hold, because we're going to put some color in that area. And it's important that a customer can look in these palettes and be able to pick their eye looks, you know, not be confused, because more confused a customer, you know, may feel, or the person who's buying the palette feel confused, the most likely they won't use it, because it will be too overwhelming for them, and they will just, you know, they'll just give up before they start. So I want this video to help inspire those who feel overwhelmed by bigger palettes to look at colors around. If you see a particular color you like, look around that color and see if you can create a single eyeshadow look, a duo eyeshadow look, a trio, or even a quad eyeshadow look, because it's really important to do that, and that way you don't feel as overwhelmed. You just pick the colors that are around it. And I think NYX, with this Swear By It palette, executed this very well. It's very laid out. according to color story, a color to color families. So it's really well thought out. So the colors that I'm going to be using today is number 4, 12, and 20. Number 4, 12, and 20 is these 3 shades here. This one, and this one. We're going to be using that color, and I will put the colors on the screen as I am using it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go in with my transition shade with my BH Cosmetic Rose Gold blending brush, and it's like a nude eyeshadow shade, has a little touch of peach in it. But I'm going to go in and I'm just going to buff that color in my transition. This is another shade that will make a very nice brow bone color for some of you all who love to apply color to your brow bone area, or to clean up around your brows, or to highlight around your brow region. But I love how smooth this color lays over the primer. Because I know these natural looks are in, like the no makeup looks, where people have makeup on, but it looks like they don't, and it's very light. So I'm just gonna blend this out. And then I'm gonna go over to the next eyelid. And I like these palettes, so I hope that NYX continue to make these type of palettes with beautiful color themes in them, because I think what they have is really working for them. And I know they like to make more of the mini size palettes, or you know, like, what is it, 4 to 6 pans, like 5 pan, maybe 10 pans palettes, or you know, smaller quads. But this palette, as their full size, is something I think is working very well for them. So I think they came out with the Modern Dreamer palette, which I do want. So they just keep making really good palettes in this formula. And with a beautiful color theme, it's going to be something that's going to really make them stand out. So that's that. And the next thing I'm going to do is that I am going to do my eyelid color. So I am choosing, so I just did number 4. So the next shade I'm going to do is number 12. So we're doing 4, 12, and 20. 4 is a transition shade. 12 is the eyelid shade. 20 would be the outer crease shade. So I'm just going to apply this color. I'm using my BH Cosmetics flat shader brush. I'm applying this color over my eyelids. I had put this color together to test it out over the weekend and absolutely love it. And I was like, I'm gonna have to come and film this for a tutorial, because I just love how beautiful it looked. So I want you all to be able to see how gold, so it looks like a golden bronze color in the pan, but then when you put it on your eye, you just see that beautiful gold color. I'm not even wetting my brush. This is the pigment without even wetting my brush. And I don't know about you, but I love a good gold eye. I love bronzes and golds for my skin tone. It is so beautiful. And the taupey type shades as well. It's so pretty. So I'm just going in there, leaving room for my outer crease. And I will go back in and blend in those colors. So let me go ahead and blend this in. And I may go back in and add some more. So now I'm going in with shade number 20 for my outer crease, and it's a nice orange shade. This palette is it's a good size palette, so you want to have room in front of you. Right now I am balancing it on my leg, so I'm just going to go in, as you see here. I'll work that into a V. This orange is it's such a beautiful color. But at the end of the day, I think I wore it. So I put it on like 11 to noon. And then I wore it, when I took it off, it was probably close to midnight. So it was pretty much half the day. And everything stayed on except for this orange started to wear away. So I think that's normal, because as the day goes by, the colors are going to maybe not stay as strong, but it is such a beautiful color. So I'm just highlighting and blending in that color. Just like that. And I love that this color highlights the outer crease, so it's a very soft look, but that orange really makes the outer crease pop. So that's the color there. So let me look at my lid. Make sure my lid has enough of that beautiful gold bronzy color. And I'm just gonna use my brush and really get in there and make sure everything is applied evenly. And I'm sure if you wet your brush on this, it will make this color look even more amazing. But I just want to show it how it applies from the palette. because if it can give a punch without wetting your brush, it's good to go. So let me go in and blend. Blend those edges in. Blend the edges of the shadow. So that's that. So now I'm gonna go to my bottom lash line, and I'm gonna use my pointed taper type smudger brush, and I'm gonna go in with shade 20, and I'm going to smudge it along my lower lash line with that color. And doing it very lightly because I don't want it to trickle. I don't want it to, not trickle, but I don't want it to trigger my waterline for the water to come out. So I'm doing it very, very gently. And then I'm trying to connect the shades. Just really, and I'm not even tapping off my brush for any of these eyeshadows, just going in as it is. There's really no fallout with these shadows. Smudging it, connect. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going in is I'm going to do my inner corner. I'm using my Morphe N160 1/8 angled liner brush. This brush works so well for the inner corner and just to line the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna apply number 12 to the inner corner. So even though it's already all over my eyelid, I'm gonna go back in and apply it as a highlight color. I'm just going to sweep that color over a portion of my lower lash line. Just saw a June bug hit the window. Just go in just like that. And then take this color. So I'm showing you how you could just use 3 colors and really complement your look. So that's that. And it really do go quicker. Even though I'm filming this, if I was doing this without filming, and talking and showing the step-by-step process, I will just be done already. So so I've completed my eye look. So that's pretty much what it looks like. So now I'm going to go in with my mascara. So I'm choosing the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise and PD00. It's in Black is Black. This is non-waterproof. I know they have a waterproof version of this mascara. And I'm just going to apply it to my eyes. Oops. Be careful not to blink. Especially for those who have longer eyelashes. You just want to be careful because some of the color can transfer upwards to your lash line. Not supposed to, but sometimes it will. My natural instinct is to blink, and I have to not do that. So I'm going over here. There's a lot of product on this brush, and you don't really have to dip back into your tube. You just carry over the product over to your eyelashes. Now for the bottom, I'm going to use it and I'm going to turn it this way and comb it. Because usually I want to do it like this, but sometimes it can cause some smudging, so just use the brush this way and comb through the lashes. Like so. Again, go over here. Still product on the brush. Haven't even dipped back into the tube. And just keep combing. Out. And that's it. That is the entire look. Short and sweet. Hope it was short and sweet. Yeah, and I already have the rest of my face done, and I could quickly tell you what I used. So on my face, I have the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in Tan. Laura Mercier has repackaged their tinted moisturizer. Now it's called the Natural, is the tinted, or the Natural Perfector moisturizer, tinted moisturizer. So it's a new name for it. They still have, I think, the same shades for it, and mine is now a OG. It's an older version of the new, and they have changed some of the ingredients in it. So with this one that I'm using had like the parabens in it. The new formula does not contain any parabens, and so I'm wearing that on my face. Underneath that, I use the Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth facial primer. So I use the Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth facial primer underneath the tinted moisturizer. And you don't necessarily have to use a facial primer with tinted moisturizers, because tinted moisturizers are already supposed to moisturize within the like the tinted foundation aspect of it. So it's supposed to be like an all-in-one product, but I just do that anyway for my face. And I also have on my cheeks, I have MAC sheer tone blush in the color Coy Girl as the blush, and then I layered it just a little bit, not completely over Coy Girl. I'm using the MAC Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush and Flirt and Tease. Now these are some of my OG blushes that I've had for some time. So I don't know if MAC still carry these, but you know, this is what Coy Girl looks like. That's the color. And this is the shade it is. So it's like a nice, almost like a mauvey or mauvey pink. More of along the pink, but it looks like there's a touch of purple in it. So rosy, slight rosy purple. And then the shimmer Flirt and Tease looks like this. And I keep all my MAC. It looks like that. I keep all my MAC products. I don't, you know, I keep all of my stuff. I keep them in the boxes. Like, I don't play. That's just the way I got it. And I bought it in Macy's. So, and for my lips, I am wearing Jeffree Star's Red Rum Liquid Lipstick. And I just really I love Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick. I love his makeup in general, but his liquid lipstick and his eyeshadows and them highlighters, those, why is it skipping my mind? The highlighters. Oh, they are so pretty. And Red Rum is a nice red color on my lips. I really like it. So that is my whole complete look. I'm wearing, again, the NYX Swear By It, shades 14, 12, and 20. Really love these colors. Highly recommend this palette to you, and you will not be disappointed. I really love this palette. I'm playing with duos, I'm playing with singles, I'm playing with trios, I'm quads. I just like playing in this palette because they have the color things laid out perfect. And all you gotta do is just look at it and you can create a nice look. I will be coming back and film additional makeup tutorials using this palette because I just want to show you all the different looks that you can create doing this. So with that, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Hopefully you find this helpful to you. Do you own the NYX Swear By It palette? If you do, what are some of your favorite shade numbers in the palette? Do you like to wear single eyeshadow looks? You like duo eyeshadow looks? You like trios? Do you like quads? Do you like multiple colors? Let me know so we can have a conversation. And with all that, take care of yourself. Have a really beautiful day. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.